Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Skydustria, Episode 1. This is a new series. This is distinct from Industrial Montagna. I'm not even using the same mods. Oh, wow, yeah. Those are some tainted blocks there from Thaumcraft. Yes, I have Thaumcraft installed. I won't be getting to Thaumcraft for a very long while. I am playing a very heavily modded Minecraft. I've got Buildcraft, I have Industrial Craft, I have Equivalent Exchange, I have Railcraft, Red Power, Thaumcraft, like I mentioned earlier. Then I also have, among others, I have Treecapitator, I have a mod called Ships and Boats mod. You'll see that in action quite a bit later in this series. What else do I have installed? There is a mod called... I'm trying to remember the exact name, but... and I'll list all of the mods in the closing credits. But the mod I'm thinking of basically changes the ore distribution to be a little bit more... or perhaps I should say a little bit less... like random blocks placed all over the place. You know how normally in Minecraft when you run into an iron vein, you get 4, 6, no more than 8 iron, or rarely more than 8 iron? Well, not this series. Now, ores are going to emerge. Well, most ores anyway, are going to emerge in veins, which will be... which will mean basically that I have lots of stone, lots of areas underground that are nothing but stone, and then I'll have some areas here and there that are basically nothing but, well, nothing but ores, really. And some of those areas will be larger than others, obviously, depending on the ore. Coal veins are going to be quite large. A typical coal vein would be about... at the most, 30 to 40 coal. The coal veins I find here will give me several stacks if I have the tools to mine it all. I should probably cut down one of these trees. I'm going to have to cut down a couple of trees anyway. Because I'm not just playing with mods here. I'm also playing a challenge. There is a challenge called the Modern City Challenge. Dratnos actually did a video not that long ago highlighting the Modern City Challenge, and I've decided to basically adapt it for the long list of mods I have installed. Here's the thing. His version of the challenge fits comfortably in a forum post, maybe 2 pages at the most. My version... 24 pages. Yeah, needless to say, I won't be going over all of the rules this episode, just the ones that are relevant to this episode. Alright? Now, the Modern City Challenge, the original design of the Modern City Challenge was a 6-stage challenge. My adaptations have made it a 17-stage challenge. The shocking thing is, Stage 1 doesn't really change too much. Let's see here. See, I've got a swamp up there. Got a desert right here. What time is it? Oh, midday. Alright. Something weird going on with the sky over there. I wonder if that's Optifine doing that. Yeah, it'd almost have to be. Anyway, I'm just collecting some basic resources, logs, a couple of saplings that just randomly dropped. I'm getting some spots of lag here and there. That's just a function. That's purely a function of this being a newly generated world. So basically, whenever I go anywhere, I'm generating new chunks, and it's going to be a little bit laggy when it's generating brand new chunks. Don't worry. It's going to be less laggy later on. Or at least it better be less saggy later on. Now, swamp biome is great because it gives me pretty easy access to rubber trees. The question is, do I want to actually site my capital in the middle of a swamp? So as you can see in the upper right hand corner, you do see the minimap up there. That is Ray's minimap. Wait a minute. No, wait. Sorry. Wrong button. X button. Actually, there should be plenty of space around here. So if I go a little bit further to the southwest, you can see the snowy biome over there. Now where exactly do I want to build the city? Still midday, so I still got plenty of time. That is the... And actually, let me look that up real quick. That is called... where is it in this list? Custom Origin. Custom Origin is the mod that changes the ore distribution, and it gives me this copper on the surface. A little bit of copper here, but it's a hint to a much larger store of copper underground. Do I really want to build too close to that? Oh, I'm next to a cactus. Should probably go ahead and collect the cacti while I'm here. And then try to calm down a bit. So generating new chunks. And that's tin on the surface, which tells me that there is a vein of tin underneath here. So yeah, brilliant place for a mining village over there, but that's a stage 2 event. Stage 1... Let me think. Stage 1 is figure out where my capital is going to be, and then just start building it. And I admit, with the very draconian restrictions of Stage 1, it's not going to be all that much I can do right off the bat. It seems I'm walking faster than the chunks are loading, aren't I? Yeah, let's see here. Alright. Oh, great. Another copper vein. Well, I'll figure out what I'm going to do about that later. In the meanwhile, let me think. I can go a little bit further this way, I'm sure, before I run out of desert. There's something up that way. Looks to be an artificial structure. I can see it on the map there. But I cannot see it here in the overworld. And... ooh, the sun is getting dangerously close to setting, isn't it? So I think... oh, wait. Would it be over that way? It's over that way, I guess. Yeah. Ah, well. I'm not actually going to fret too much about it. What I am going to do... you know what? I think this would be the best place to site my lumber mill. So, one corner here. Let's see. And this is going to be my front. So, 3, 4, 5 corner. Here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Corner here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 there. 4, 5. Corner there. And now I need to link up this with that. So if I move to the left here, yeah, right here is good. And then, alright, and that's actually half of the requirements for stage 1. 6 logs, which mark the corners of my eventual lumber yard. And now I just build a simple little structure out of, well, dirt, really. So, let's see. This is going to be the front door to the lumber mill here. And I want the workshop to be conveniently available. Yeah. You know what? let's go here. So, 1, yeah, and then like so. Now the mud hut is a very simple structure. It is, and actually, at this point I'm practically done with the actual mud hut here. Well, not quite, yeah. Go ahead and build that out like so. Now, this is going to ensure that no mobs can actually get into the mud hut except for this one block. This little overhang here is going to give me a line of sight on the setting sun, and eventually later on tonight, the setting moon. And then this little jut in back here is basically for protection from skeletons. Alright? Now, I do have a little bit of lighting there, which helps, but not tremendously. Now, there's literally nothing else I can do until I basically sit through the night. And I do have to sit through the night. I'm not allowed to make a bed. I don't have any wool anyway, and even if I did have wool, I couldn't even craft a crafting table, let alone use the crafting table. Not this stage. The restrictions for this first stage are no use of the crafting grid, no use of any tools, and only dirt and logs are allowed as building materials. And the requirements are quite simply this mud hut here and the lumber mill I built there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and sit through the night, and I will return in the morning. Hey, I survived the night. You can see the sun rising in the east. I've got my lumber mill. I've spent my night in this here mud hut. Stage 1 is complete. And now that I've completed stage 1, I can start with stage 2 and make use of this crafting grid and the crafting table. So let's go ahead and place the crafting table, because I'm going to need a couple of tools. Alright. And the tools I'm going to need right away are the axe and the shovel. I'm going to be doing my initial work above ground, predominantly, if not exclusively. Well, you know what? I might as well at least craft a wooden pick, so that I can at least get some cobblestone in case I dig into cobble. But, that said, you know what? While I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and craft a chest so I have a place to store some stuff. Alright? So let's go ahead and put that like so. And let's go ahead and put everything I'm not going to need right away into the chest. That's going to be everything except my tools. Wait, I should also get out the dirt. I am going to have to extend this mud hut slightly. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about that at the moment. I will need to expand this, and the plan is to eventually expand this to a proper workshop. But for the time being, yeah, it'll work as is for the moment. All right. Now I do have some trees here. I almost have to start by deforesting this area over here. First, let me grab this cactus so that I don't, you know, inadvertently run into it and hurt myself on my way back. Because my hunger has dropped down, not massively, but enough that if I get hurt before I find any more food... Let's see. Oh, I wonder if that's not the Greatwood tree. If that's not how the Greatwood tree looks on the map. In fact, I bet you it is. Alright. Well, I'm getting some wood. And I'm getting pine wood, I should point out. And the fact that I'm within this close proximity to pine trees leads me to suggest that pine is probably going to be my wood of choice. At least at this early stage. I reserve the option to switch to other forms of wood later on. But for now, pine it is. Alright. And as promised, I am deforesting this area. Tree Capitator is making this a lot easier. How much wood do I have? Obviously not as much wood as I have. Oh, I guess I only have 60 wood. Okay. Oh, well. Meh. I'm not going to fret too much about that. Though I can cut this tree down, can't I? Yeah, there we go. Alright. I'm up to 68 wood at the moment. Now, let me take a quick look here. Is this just a little, yeah, it looks like just a little bit of an indentation into the ground and not a natural cave. So I'm not going to have to worry about monsters coming out of there. Do I dare to cut down the great wood tree? Nah, I don't think I can. The great wood tree, for the record, is added by Thaumcraft. The pine trees are, of course, vanilla Minecraft trees. Let's see here. Alright, I think I've got enough saplings. 9 should allow me to replant tree farm reasonably well. Alright. So, now what I need to do is actually replace the logs I placed here. And I'm going to go ahead and dig one down to allow me to dig out a sort of foundation, if you will. And I'm just going to dig straight out along this line here until I run out of sand. And then I'll get over to this one right here, replace that, and then up one, chop, and replace, chop this down, dig that sand out, sorry. Switched with the wrong kind of wood for some reason. Alright, so let's go ahead and put the right kind of wood in that inventory slot. There we go. Alright, that's better. Go ahead and dig that out. And replace that again with the pine wood. I'm just trying to get consistent columns here in the corners. I know I probably should have cut down pine wood at first, but I probably would have if I had known that pine wood was going to be the most convenient to my capital, but I didn't know. I had no way of knowing. Alright. So the next thing I'm going to do is dig this out a bit. I think once I get this next step done, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and convert all of that into wooden planks. I gotta say, that's not a bad look. I might want to consider shaking up the walls a bit with a second type of plank, but I'm not going to object too much to how that looks at the moment. Yeah, this is looking pretty nice. So let's go ahead and dig these 7 blocks out here and replace them with pine planks. And follow suit with this line here. And I apologize, this is probably boring you a fair bit. It's dead simple preliminary setup. The nature of the challenge is going to require me to show stuff like this on camera. At least at first. Sometime later, the tedious stuff I could probably get away with doing off camera. But for now, basic construction is going to have to be done on camera. Alright. And that at least gets me a base sorted out. And actually, I see this little gap here, so I might as well fill it in with the pine wood. Alright. Now, how do I want to approach this? Well, one thing I do want to do is plant myself, let's see, 3, 4 to here, and at least get myself a couple of my pine saplings planted. Also go ahead and cut down this cactus here. I know, I'm cutting down a lot of cactus. I'll need to build a cactus farm eventually. I'll get to it later. Probably quite a bit later, actually. Alright, so let's put all of my resources up in here. Let's check the time. It's a bit past midday. My shovel is nearly out of durability, and for that matter, food is starting to become an issue. I mean, it's not a huge issue yet, but it will be before too much longer. So, let me think. What's going to be the best approach to this? Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to make another shovel. Yeah, so let's go ahead and make a second wooden shovel. Yeah, I'm gonna have to head over. Well, I think I'll start. Yeah, I think I'll start a little bit of a mine shaft here close to home. I don't want to start it there necessarily. I'll start it in the middle here in the hopes that by the time that I basically run out of wooden pickaxe before I hit the big vein of copper underground. Alright. Go ahead and dig out a 3x3 shaft and just dig a little bit of a staircase, and I'll fill this in later on. But for now, this will work. Alright. Hey, I'm getting some stone here. Alright. So the basic plan here is to dig this as a sort of, a 3x3 staircase and just dig down until... And I think I'll focus on digging this down until my wooden pickaxe runs out of durability. Alright. Yeah, I heard that. Not sure what it is, to be honest. I don't typically play with the Minecraft sounds on, to be honest. So, yeah, and I seem to have hit a bit of a dirt patch, unfortunately. But at least I'm getting some cobble out of this. So, let's see here. Yeah. And the shaft goes like that. Yeah. Well, this may not have been the best place to dig. Oh well. Actually, this is not a very good place to dig at all. Because... Oh. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. Actually, no, well... Hey, I know where I get copper at least. Which is good. Is that... Huh. Well... I'm not absurdly far down, but... This is awfully clean. One of the mods I installed must have done this. Which one, I have no idea, to be honest. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep mining out cobblestone and try to leave the copper in place as much as I can until my pick runs out of durability. I know it's going to be pretty dangerous. It's going to get dark down here. It's going to get dark up there, and I'm going to have to run back home. Here's hoping my pick doesn't last until nightfall, honestly. And in fact, here's hoping my pick runs out quickly enough that I can actually get back home and get it fixed in a relatively quick time span. Let's see here. Yeah, lots of cobblestone. You're seeing a massive amount of copper. Did I mention I have the custom Oregen mod installed? Yeah, because that's the mod that's giving me this massive vein of copper. Now, the crucial thing about it is, hey, my pickaxe is very nearly out of durability. And there it is, it's run out. And now, I just need to hurry home before the mobs start spawning inside my dirt hut. Please don't let it be too late. Oh, great. That's actually good. That's actually good. Okay. The bad news is I'm not really going to have any sort of great... Yeah, unless I do something like that, which I could. Yeah. Then let's put that up like that. Now that's going to cost me my line of sight to that. So yeah, I just expand my hut a little bit, and this no longer technically qualifies as a mud hut under my rules, because the floor space is too big. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 because you have to count this chest. And actually I can remove that, but then I have to count that to make 8. But meh. This stage doesn't call for a dirt hut anyway, so it's not really going to be much of a factor. Now, what I can do is start working with this cobblestone a bit. Excuse me. Craft up a furnace. And then craft up some sticks. Craft a stone pickaxe. And now a stone shovel as well. Go ahead and put the cobblestone up. let's see, go ahead and grab 3 logs. Put the furnace down here. 2 wooden planks on the bottom, 3 wood on the top, and that is going to smelt into 3 charcoal, which is going to allow me to create torches, which is, well, a crucial early game item, let's just say that. And I know it's going to be several episodes probably before I get into anything that really qualifies as, while I'm at it, let me grab 3, or should I just grab 1 more cobblestone? Yeah, I might as well, because I'm going to be doing a lot of work on the surface. So I'm going to need more shovels anyway. Alright, so there's my 3 charcoal done. So now I'm going to go ahead and put 1 charcoal up, and craft the rest into torches. And now go ahead and lay 1 down in here, and this should ensure a 0% chance of mobs spawning in here. Alright. Yeah. Now you have to decide how I'm going to approach this. Yeah. I hate to say it, but I've made respectable progress. You know, two Minecraft days in, I could be in far worse shape. Yeah. You know what? This would not be a particularly bad place to end the episode, I don't think. I hate to say it, but I think I'm going to end the episode here. This has been Skydustria Episode 1. Good night, and see you next time. Please rate, comment, and/or subscribe.